So I hope you can see and understand how manifestation and intuition are, two parts of the same thing, which is the creation of the best life for you. Hello, welcome to the Happy Insights podcast. My name is Happy Ali. I'll be your host today. And today, our topic is going to be about manifestation and intuition and how they are intertwined. Now, I used to teach manifestation, and I still do. And I pivoted to intuition when I wrote the Intuition Bible. And some people ask how I was able to mix the two or why I left one topic and went to the other. And I explained to them that they're part of the same thing. And what they're a part of is creating the best life for you possible. Now, manifestation happens when, well, deliberate manifestation happens when you consciously think of a life that you want. You put yourself in the position of having it already. You think that you already have it. You believe that you already have it. You feel that you already have it. You emanate that you already have it to where your dominant frequency becomes that of the thing that you want. And when that happens, your external world will shift to reflect back the person you've become as a result of all the energetic work that you've done. Now, I say energetic work because all of this stuff that you had to do up until you see the physical manifestation of something is all through energy work. So you use your mind, your inner dialogue, your words to match your ideal state or the thing that you want long before you even had it. Now, there have been teachers since the beginning of recorded history teaching this idea that your thoughts and your consciousness have the power to create your reality. But here's the problem. Let's say that you're doing everything right. So you're reading the right books, you're talking to the right teachers, you are working on reprogramming your brain and working on the subconscious to make sure that you are willing to accept all the good that's supposed to come to you. And you're really doing all the work. Now, if you're doing all of that, there's going to be an input, a message that comes through you from within, through your intuition or through your inner voice or inner wisdom that says, now is the time to act. And this is what you're supposed to do. And that's where intuition kicks in because we live in a world, a 3D physical world that requires action, requires you to align with certain events at a certain time. And if you're laying on your bed the entire time, it's not going to happen. So you can visualize all day long. You can think about the things that you want and even emanate the things that you want. There might be a 1% chance that somebody will walk into your room and bring you something that you've been asking for. But the 99% of the time, the thing that you want comes close enough to you that you have access to it. But if you are not honing your inner voice and intuition, you won't know when to get up and what to do. And that's where intuition meets manifestation. And ironically, intuition is the part of manifestation that activates the action step. And the action step is what is missing from a lot of the teachings. Even the book, The Secret, that was one of the most popular books on the law of attraction, didn't really talk about action. It was more about attraction. And attraction does happen because things have to be in your vicinity for you to have access to them. If you're energetically pushing away all the things that you want, you can try anything, you can take any action, but it's going to be really difficult to rendezvous or meet up with the thing that you want. So first, you do the visualization. And why is it important to even visualize? So Visualization isn't what really makes manifestation happen. There's a huge misconception that visualization is what actually makes it happen, or a vision board is what makes it happen, or the tools that people teach you or give you to use or do are the things that actually create manifestation. But those are not it. Those are just the tools that you use to get into the mindset, the headspace, and the feeling of having something. So I want to clarify that when it comes to manifestation, you can sit there and visualize and daydream of something in your life that you want and you don't have, and command that feeling to come to you at this moment. You are creating a demand of the universe to match your feeling, because all the universe can do is match the way that you feel. It doesn't match your visualizations. It doesn't match your vision board. It doesn't match anything other than your feeling, because your feeling is an indicator of your dominant vibration and energy. So, the first thing you want to do is really visualize the life that you have and see how you would normally feel, how you would normally react to certain things that happen in your life. For example, let me just make an example because I think that might be too complicated. Let's say that you're trying to manifest a relationship, okay? Now, if you're putting yourself in a position of and a place of having this relationship and trying to really have the feeling of what it would feel like to have this relationship, and you're in a very amazing relationship in your mind, and in that world, would you have dating apps? Would you feel the desire to go find somebody? Would you really feel lonely? You wouldn't feel any of those things because you have the relationship that you want. So you bring that feeling into your soul, into your heart, until you really truly feel it, right? And then you come out of your visualization or your meditation and you're back to your normal life. And guess what? On your phone, you might still have the dating apps. You might be feeling lonely. You might be feeling off as or feeling like you're not worthy. There's something wrong with you, or all the things that you could possibly think when you don't have that relationship. And when you're confronted with those, you have the opportunity to react the way that the person that you created in your visualization would react to the situation, or the person that you currently are reacts to the situation. And most of us, what we do is we imagine this wonderful relationship that we're in. Then we come into the physical world, our regular world. Then we go on the dating apps looking for the guy or the girl. Or we lay in bed at night and we feel lonely waiting to meet that person. Now, those are all vibrations and energies that you're putting out. You're putting that out longer than you're putting time in for your visualization, right? So it's really important to understand the ratio is against you. So once you muster that feeling, you create that image, you create that feeling, create that emotion of what it's like to have what you want. Now you have to bring that to your real life and live out the rest of your day as if you already have it, which will change your thoughts, your behaviors, and your inner dialogue. And then once you do it long enough, then a new energetic world becomes available to you. You will run into people that are more interested in you and are better candidates for the relationship that you desire. And that's when you have to tap into your inner voice and intuition to know if this is the right move, if I should leave the house right now to run into that person, or if I should even bother calling this person back. Because when it rains, it pours. So, and sometimes you go through a dry spell, and then when you start meeting people, you meet like 20 people, but they're always aligned with the energy that you've been projecting. So, to manifest, to become the essence of what you want, you live it out all day long. And every time you find yourself digressing, going back to the old person, that you used to be, you immediately push yourself back by realigning yourself with the person that you want to be, having the things that that person wants to have. And that's just an example of a relationship. You can do the same thing with money. You know, you do the thing where you feel wealthy and rich, and then you go to the grocery store and you're having to, not buy certain stuff, or you're penny pinching and you're worrying about stuff. Now, it's that one's a really hard one because you're thinking and feeling that you're rich, and then you have to deal with the reality of not being rich. So, a good thing that I have found that I say to myself is that I could buy this right now, but I choose not to because I'd rather be smart with what I invest in and what I spend on. I want to have a smarter spending mentality, a rich person's spending mentality. Somebody who is accumulating wealth is usually taking a bunch of money and saving it. So, therefore, not just buying every single thing that they want, they're choosing to buy the things that they need. That's the way that I have justified in my mind whenever I've been in a financial rut to feel wealthy and still be picky and choosy of what I'm going to buy with what I'm going to buy. So you just have to figure out what it is you want to be, take that essence and play it out all day. And if you do that long enough, the universe will have to bring you the thing. But laying in your bed all day and visualizing or just not putting yourself in situations where you're interacting with people is not going to bring you the thing that you want. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't because you need to be in tune with your inner voice. And that's where knowing techniques of how to tap into your intuition or listening and trusting your inner voice is really important. So I hope you can see and understand how manifestation and intuition are, two parts of the same thing, which is the creation of the best life for you. Did that help? I hope that helped. I know there were a lot of people who were curious about the correlation, and I know there are always people who really want to hear about manifestation and be reminded that all that you're aware of to be is all that you'll ever be. So start changing your awareness of the things that you don't want and put it on the life that you want. Because once you become aware of all that you want to be and act as if it's already here, and your awareness is only on that, then that's what you'll end up being and experiencing. So I know I'm a manifestation teacher. I've been a student my whole life. I'm a master manifester, but I still need to hear it because this world is a 3D, very physical world that feels very hard and hard to move with your mind. And sometimes, no matter what you know, how much education you have, how much you've learned, how many teachers you've listened to, you still end up forgetting it and getting trapped in this matrix and thinking that this is what reality is. But all that the physical world is a like tiny little portion of energy frequency that we can actually experience. But energy is vibrating on all sorts of frequencies. So reality is from here to here, but the frequency range that we can perceive with our five senses are here. So it's a very small chunk of the frequency, the vibrational frequency of energy that we can perceive. So that's bringing to effect all the different ranges of frequency of reality that we normally don't see and know that we have the power to change them with our minds. Okay, so I hope that helped and it was a productive episode. And I hope you're enjoying the shorter formats of my podcast episodes. Feel free to leave me a comment. Make sure to subscribe because without subscribing, this show cannot go on. Whether I mean I can do it, but I won't feel the inspiration to do it. So thank you. Have a good day.